Hi, welcome to the first segment of Starseed Mission Support. I am Xi EarthStar Healer. Um, and on this show, I'm going to be just sharing and rambling about the Starseed mission, about how I came to embody my higher dimensional aspects and how you can do that too, and what the Starseed mission is, and how we can really do the things to move us into a place of mastery and embodiment in our mission. So, welcome to this space. I'm going to be doing this every Saturday, and it's going to be pretty loose. I'm going to be completing all the sessions with a group healing session as well. I am just feeling in a super good place lately. I feel so joyful, and I'm doing a lot of things that are on my mission, and I'm seeing a lot of you are asking so many questions, and I know that you out there are really wanting to live a life of joy and embodiment and wanting to be on your mission as well. And so I decided to facilitate these group sessions every week. They're going to be implant removals, soul retrievals, seal removals, different kinds of things like that. I'll probably have some of my superhero friends come on here as well. This is our first episode, and I'm actually going to open up with some sound healing. So I just wanted to say hi to all the people that are tuning in the recording, and to say hi and let you know that we're going to be doing some pretty cool stuff. So I will talk to you guys in just a second. Welcome to the space. And definitely share this video if you are feeling resonant. I know that it's going to be so great, so joyful to be here with my family once again. Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome. And for all of those that joined me for my recent live stream series, welcome back. I am super excited to start this new series. I'm gonna show up for us every Saturday, and today we're just gonna have a general discussion about star seeds. I recently really got super lucid and clear and a bunch of codes super integrated, and so some of you that have been following my work for a while, you're probably like, Zia, I've heard you say that before, but hopefully I say it in a way where it takes us into even a deeper level of integration today. And I just want to say hi to all of you all around the planet. Thank you so much for incarnating into a human body at this time. It is not only a difficult process, but it is a fruitful one, as you know, our souls are truly growing and glowing from our path here on earth, and it's a really humbling experience. So I dedicate today's episode to the Starseeds, and I guess all episodes to all Starseeds, because the series is called Starseed Mission Support, and my intent is to offer exactly that. I'm going to be sharing my energy of having integrated as a Starseed. I feel like even in my class this morning, it was this funny joke that's true. I said, I'm always just saying things you already know. And that's literally just what my job is to say things that you already know. Because some things, the things that we know, because the world is a certain way, we can have a hard time believing in ourselves. We can have a hard time knowing that what we're feeling and what we are knowing is actually true. And there's even people and forces in the false matrix that want to medicate you, that want to tell you that you're crazy. And so I feel like my role is really just to confirm things, to let you know by communicating and speaking in the vibrations of truth and divine integration, that may you, empower yourself to move into that place as well, into trusting your knowingness, into trusting your love and knowing your power as a source divine being. So yeah, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to talk for a little bit. I'm going to talk about why starseeds are here, how we can move on to our mission, what is the most pertinent energies that are coming in In my experience right now, many of you know that I am a gatekeeper. I live really close to a universal Stargate. And so a lot of these new energies and codes that come in, I happen to end up being a translator for them. And so this is a way that we can integrate the new codes for the planet. I'm really excited to create a community and to do this, every week. So if you know a starseed out there that can use this support, definitely share this with them. I'm going to try to articulate things in the highest vibration so we never get censored. And I tried that for my live stream series and it didn't quite work, but we're going to try, to be in alignment even more, because I feel that when we articulate things through the lines and we articulate things as the truth and with no fighting energy, hopefully we will dodge those eyes that try to stop the truth speakers. So I believe that the people that are resonant with my vibration, you guys are all starseeds. There's no doubt about it. So if you're like, I don't know if I'm a starseed, if you're listening to this right now, you're definitely a starseed. My definition of starseed is a little bit different. It's not necessarily that you're from a specific place or a different planet. Even though for the most part, many of you have incarnated in other galaxies and other solar systems and even other universes. But the whole point of saying starseed is a trigger word for activation. And the star in starseed actually means cosmic creation energy. And so a lot of the words that we refer to that energy on this earth are heavily distorted, specifically words like God or spirit. And so I'd say that a starseed is a person that is born with the spark of God consciousness. And we can say that all people are, of course. So technically, in that case, all people are starseeds. And the specific individuals that I am here speaking to are the ones that came into this life with a mission. The ones that came into this life knowing that your role here on earth is to awaken, and your role is to embody the highest vibrations of God, love, and divine presence that you can possibly in your own vessel, as to be a beacon of light, be a lighthouse. And so, of course, many of us, do actually come from other planets. And I happen to have incarnated in Andromeda in my recent lifetimes. I remember being a geneticist there in the 7th density. And of course, the 7th density and being a geneticist there in the higher dimensions is very, very different. Science out there, and I'm sure many of you are going to resonate with this, science out there in highly evolved and conscious civilizations and higher dimensions, science is really the same as embodying the highest frequencies of spirit, because this idea of science comes from our curiosity. And our curiosity is to know the reality, to know the universe, to know creation. And it's from that pure place, that pure motivation in our heart, this desire to know ourselves, that over lifetimes of trial and experiences, and we continue to choose our highest vibration, choose our spirit, to choose to align with, God or the whole and holy divinity, that over lifetimes we are given keys and understanding and more ability to co-create with the oneness, with all that is. And so that is the original blueprint of science. And so, of course, I would say that in the 7th density, I would be considered an angelic being. And angels, many of us carry our angelic lineage. I would say that almost all of the starseeds, and in fact, let's just say all humans are originally created to be an angelic race, to anchor angelic consciousness. When I say angelic, I actually just mean, this original frequency of consciousness. Many people think that there is this polarity, and they have inserted this virus, this distortion into original organic polarity, and they make excuses for the evil that is prevalent and doing very heinous things in the universe, and specifically in this in this on this planet. And we're going to talk a little bit about that because that is pertinent to our Starseed mission as well. But what I'm trying to say is that angelic consciousness is actually not the opposite of demonic consciousness or separation consciousness. Just like a whole apple is not the opposite of a sick apple, or a whole apple is not the opposite of a half-eaten apple. You see what I mean? So I would say that angelic consciousness is actually just the original state of our being, and that when we sever ourselves from the oneness, we begin to degrade and distort, and we begin to kind of embody more of these energies that I would refer to as demonic, which I didn't mean to go so deep so fast. So the starseeds that I am talking to, that I'm here to support, are the beings that came into this lifetime with a mission. Some of us incarnated a lot longer ago than recently. Some other ones of us incarnated more recently in our recent lifetimes. And we're the beings that responded to this call for help, this frequency that was emanating from the earth and actually other coordinates in the universe as well. And it was even responding to the time cycle that the universe is going through as a whole. So the universe has its periods of growth, expansion, and stillness and integration, just like humans do, I guess, in some way. And certain karmic cycles and growth learning experiments, they're coming to an end because the universe has gained what we needed from this specific experiment in this universe. And so the universe is currently sorting itself out and self-healing. And as it's going through its self-healing process, it's basically restoring all of the karma and the distortions and the pain and all dimensions of reality. And this experience is kind of encapsulated in this earth experience that we're all having now. So in many spiritual traditions, they would call this, the microcosmic realm that is relating and in direct relation to the macrocosmic realm. They say as within, so without, as above, so below. So this is actually talking about the various dimensional fractals of reality. So just as we are awakening and we are coming into our wholeness as to evolve into the next evolutionary experience of human, the planet is doing that as well. And we actually on Earth, the Earth was chosen to be a melting pot or a petri dish to basically support the universe in going through this process. So basically then everything that we see in this world, even though in the 3D it looks like a war, it looks like terrible things, everything, when you look at it from the perspective of energy and frequency, they're all representing an experience, a frequency or a code that is here on Earth intentionally to be resolved, to find solutions to, and the beings that have come to play that game are the ones who have awakened, everybody that's tuning in to this transmission right now. And so I believe that the star seeds, the indigos, we carry the genetic blueprint to embody creator consciousness, which is the original template of all human beings. But a lot of humans have just gone through this reincarnation and life soul recycling process so many times that their consciousness and even certain bodies have really degraded. And so we have come to Earth bringing the original templates to support humanity in restoring our collective template as a whole. This process is very much connected to the Earth grid because the energy body of the Earth and of human beings are intimately connected, obviously, because we all live on her body, and everything that runs through the earth is also running through our bodies. The same currents, is the same energy. And so, take a breath, take a breath. um, okay, so there are currents of energy that run through the earth and run through our bodies. These currents of energy come, they're supposed to come from the highest frequencies all the way back to source. This is where life force energy originates, right? So infinite frequency flowing down through the dimensions and nourishes every filament, every particle of this unified living being that the earth is, that we are all a part of. And so these lines of energy, these streams of energy, they bring evolutionary pulses and frequencies of consciousness into the earth. Now, there are certain negative aliens that have distorted the earth's grid through trauma, through different technologies, through satanic ritual abuse, and through various wars and military control and even religion. So many of those many of those beings, those people that are doing that, they're basically creating reversal currents. What that means is that they have taken this vibration that comes right from source, and they have either have cut that stream off to keep humans from ascending and to keep the planet from raising in frequency, or they have learned to reverse the energy to fuel their own realms. So one example I have of that is that, our sexual energy. So our sexual energy is supposed to be how our human body experiences cosmic creation energy. It flows in. It's one of our stargates of our body, right? So the cosmic energy flows into our body, and we're supposed to then flow it through the rest of our body and to nourish our organs. Now, because of our programming and the violence and the pornography and all the distortions that exist in mass media, for the most part, most people are just sending their sexual energy right down into the demon realm. And so that is one way that they have reversed our original divine template to to feed them, to suit their negative alien agenda. So then, as you can see, this means that our whole world is kind of a artificial hologram that was created to entrap human souls into an experience that's completely severed from source. And this is a code that's coming in to help you come into lucidity. Being lucid in your life means that you're fully awake. And there's so many levels of being lucid, and you can imagine even in your dream time, right? So sometimes you're awake in the dream, but you still can't do anything. And other times you're awake in the dream and you can dissolve the whole dream and go wherever you want and create anything you like. And it's a similar thing in our waking reality. There are different various stages of being fully lucid in our life. And my work is in supporting us in all remembering fully, coming into full lucidity so we can begin to become the absolute God, creation, embodied, lucid dreamers in our waking reality. And so when I say coming into full lucidness of what is happening, I remember this moment when I first woke up. It was probably like the first year, and I was sitting in my mom's car, and we were just driving on the highway. And in that moment when you first woke up from the false matrix, and you're still like discombobulated, you still have amnesia sickness, and the thoughts that flew through my mind, I remember them so clearly. As a very pristine memory. The memories that the thoughts that ran through my mind were like, if what I think I know is true, then basically everything is distorted and upside down. And the very next thought was, well, how can that be? That's impossible. Like, it's impossible that, some secret, group of people, some elites have literally infiltrated every corner of our society just to control humans. Like, that's impossible. How can that even be, right? So I remember that moment, and it's very difficult to completely believe and trust yourself when the thoughts are so outside of the confines of ordinary reality. And so I like to just speak candidly about the false matrix and how, it really is a satanic system. And I like to explain that, it's not normal for humans to live in complete disconnection from our divine unity inside. It's not normal for people to live their entire life not knowing if there's a God, or not knowing if we're worthy of God, or not knowing if we're multidimensional and if we have souls, right? So many people live their whole life and they don't even, understand or think about having a soul. The scientific community seem to be built on this arrogant belief that life is only when we are born and when we die. And so when we have a society that is completely in disconnection from the true frequencies of divinity, and I'm not talking about, the various religions that have literally been distorted to keep humans from accessing the pure frequencies of God. I'm talking about the true, pure frequencies of love that you access from inside of you. And every person has that connection. That's because that is what we are. This love and this divinity and this connection is what we are. And so when we realize that, we are literally divine spirit incarnate, and we were made with the potential to be able to experience reality as that, we all of a sudden realize how ridiculous the false matrix really is. And then we begin to parcel it out, how, that coming in and truly embodying our original state of freedom and of joy and of creativity, and living in that vibration. A lot of people think that that is so out of reach and impossible because life is supposed to be painful, and even love is supposed to be painful. All of those very subtle subconscious belief systems, all of those are the sneaky ways that the false matrix has infiltrated into our body. So the reason why we incarnated into physical bodies is because we're really transducers of energy. In order to reconnect this planet and all of humanity back into source, there needed to be channels of that energy fully open from 12D and beyond to the earth in 3D. So the only way that we can do that was to actually embody into physical bodies so that we are in the 3D. And then when we activate our DNA and connect our consciousness to 12D and beyond, that's basically our job. And so there is all sorts of false light and false spiritual things. They just want you to play with crystals, and they just want you to, heal other people even, and they just want you to think that you're going to sacred sites and whatnot. But the truth is, being a active participant in your awakening journey is the most absolute importance. And so we needed to do this because, as I was saying earlier, due to the various technologies that are blocking cosmic energy from entering the planet, these negative aliens were able to create this artificial reality that was trapping humanity inside of it. And this was keeping the Earth's vibration low enough so that people would not wake up. And so now we have 7 billion people that are on the planet. And if we do not allow these higher frequencies onto the planet, this enslavement system will continue. And this is important because human beings are actually angelic beings. Human beings were created to embody the divine essence of God in physical. And so what we have is a system which tortures angelic beings to siphon fear and agony and misery from them to fuel a negative realm. So that is basically what is happening on the planet. And that is the most difficult work to do, because I guarantee it, if you have never done any of the self-healing work or actively engaged in your awakening process, then there are portals and energies inside of your elemental body that are in resonance with that satanic reality because we lived inside of it, right? It's feeding off of us. So there are reversal technologies that are inside of our body that are subconsciously stealing your energy. And the reason why, I'm saying it so candidly, I'm not trying to scare you because I know it's not scary. We just have to apply our creator consciousness to it. It only has power over us if we're not aware, if we're not conscious. And that is why, the ancient books have been burned, why Native American people have been genocided, and, even all these spiritual people who understand creation and Taoism in China and all these minority races, people that carry this knowledge, are being killed and targeted, right? I mean, sacred people for a long, long, long time have been targeted and killed. Why is that? Because we have the awareness and the knowledge to undo all of this. We have the power and the knowledge of our own power and knowledge in how to embody that gnosis. And so we have the power and the ability to untangle all of this. And that is why we're here. That is the true Starseed mission. So my frequency and my message is one of mastery, one of understanding how we can truly embody creator sovereignty, creator consciousness, so we can begin to make a big actual difference on the planet. And we do this by anchoring, 12D beyond consciousness and frequencies by activating our DNA and undergoing various layers of pretty intense multidimensional healing, including, your ancestral line and any black magic and etc. That have been done to you or your ancestors. And of course, if we're living on the planet, people think, oh, human trafficking is happening over there. But if you do enough meditation, you'll realize that certain meridians on the planet, they're saturated with human trafficking energy and trauma, because that's what they do. They are aware of metaphysics and they're aware of where the stargates are. That's why they put, military bases and churches and major things like that over them, right? So these negative aliens, they are from a different dimension, so they understand all of those things. And so we need to equip ourselves with true knowledge and awareness of multidimensionality. And that's really what we're going to be doing here every Saturday. We're going to be talking about very specific things. We're going to talk about different seals that we have, different blockages, different kinds of black magic that has been done upon this planet. Oh yeah, I was saying about the human trafficking. When you do enough meditation and you realize that the same axiotonal lines that run through the planet are running through your body, that when there's human trafficking happening, even if it's like on the other side of the planet, there's a part of your body that is directly affected by those energies. Now, this is also good because that means whatever healing and codes that you embody inside of your own body is directly affecting the whole planet as well, because we're actually all one and planetary energies are flowing through you and flowing through everyone. And so this is why I want to arm you guys with this true awareness and the true weapon of your own God consciousness. And with that awareness, you can go into your body to find all the places that your soul came to support in the planetary ascension. So, a lot of these energies, they are scary and they're terrifying and they're disgusting and they're revolting. I mean, there has been ritual abuse that has happened on this planet. It's not a secret, right? Like millions of children are trafficked for sexual slavery every year. Millions. And so if we think that we're somehow separate from that, that's impossible. So yes, healing our body is healing the planet, and there is an extreme, let's say a complete and a complete way to do this, right? It's not even just about healing certain things. Really, ultimately, what we want is to open our entire channel to be an embodied presence of God on this planet. Just like Jesus, just like, Kuan Yin, just like Hathor, just like Babaji, just like all the masters that have walked before us, we have literally trained for lifetimes and lifetimes to do this. And so I see in the spiritual community that sometimes there's almost this spiritual entitlement Or we think that, getting crystals or taking some classes, this means that all of a sudden we're entitled to be a certain level of spiritual. And the truth is that the only thing that matters is your frequency, is the amount of God consciousness you can embody in the moment. And so that process, it's an internal process. The New Age and spiritual community has been saturated with CIA and false info agents, particularly because we are so powerful. We're so powerful that, distracting us from our power is the only thing they have, right? Is the only trick they got. And so this frequency is coming in to inspire us to truly remember and embody. I see so many of us that are like, I wonder if I'm a starseed. I wonder where I'm from. Let me post a picture of my aura. And it's like, all that stuff is fun, but seriously, just look in the mirror. Because if you come from, a higher dimension, higher dimensional beings know their power. Higher dimensional beings know that they are divine love, and that is you. You are that, right? And so I'm really excited to introduce this series. I think I have to go grab my computer charger at some point. Um, so I know that it can sound a little bit intense when we start to talk about the things that have happened on the earth. And I feel like, there are even viruses in the New Age community that wants us to bypass those things. Just picture the highest frequency, just imagine new earth, and you're doing it. And it's like, yes, we can, but we're multidimensional beings, so we can actually hold space and give birth by embodying this highest frequency. Remember, we create by frequency and not just by thought, right? So even if we are thinking about new earth, if all of this distortion and subconscious fear and programming is still inside of our body, we're basically delusional. So, let's see. So I think today in our group healing session, we're going to focus on feeling the sacral chakra. I want to do an alignment of our earth self, and we'll do an alignment to clear out dense energies, because I believe that when we clear out the false energies, that is not us, the distortions, what is truly us is going to naturally emerge, right? Because remember, you are already a divine being that came from source. That's what you already are. So it's not that you have to try to become that or work hard to get closer to that. It's just that we have to clean and wash away the things that are in the way. So we're just going to do a general clearing session today. Just wanted to hop on here and introduce this series, and I'm sure that as we go on, there's going to be other energy-specific things that come in. If the Stargate has new codes, I'll be sharing them on these weekly transmissions. And over the course of the year, I really believe in being open source. So I really share freely all the things that I have integrated. I know that sometimes people like to trademark their healing modality. I think that sometimes that's good because it allows you to protect the sacredness of what you're creating. But other times I find that, my healing technology is really protected by frequency anyway. Like if you're not using them out of love, or if you're not in integrity, then it doesn't work. And so I am going to be, over the course of, the next weekly, transmitting open source, like all of my codes that I have integrated. I really believe that for a lot of starseeds, this is all you need, just somebody talking to, help you emerge and remember your mission. So I'm going to be doing that. And teaching you guys or helping you remember how to work with planetary and cosmic energies and how to heal our body and how to restore our original divine blueprint. And so, with that, I'm so grateful that you decided to come and hang out with me today. I'm going to go grab my computer charger and then we're going to do our group healing. So, hang out, grab some water. Maybe that's a good thing because I can charge that water for you and I'll help you integrate as well. So, I'll see you guys in 5 seconds. Okay, so um, I'm being guided to facilitate this session today relating to different kinds of tags that starseeds often have, and also any astral abduction or um, traumatic situations that have happened, or like targeted targeting situations. And so we are going to go in and we're going to work on clearing any tags that starseeds may have, as well as retrieve any soul fragments or DNA that has been taken or stolen. Oftentimes, if you are, working your best and you're meditating and you're eating healthy and you're just not feeling the shift, sometimes, we have fragments and even DNA that was stolen from us. So our DNA, it really influences, how we experience and how we feel. And one of the things that I realized through session work as this comes up, even if you just had blood taken or if you donated blood, that blood might be sitting somewhere in a hospital and that vibration is affecting you. And so there's even, deeper levels of similar kinds of distortions that happen. So they are prevalent and relating to the earth self, any abduction and sexual trauma experiences from those realms. So I think that will be sufficient for today, focusing on that. And once again, if you have feedback, I would love for you to write it in the forever comment section. If you're on YouTube, there's like the chat box, and then down below, there's the forever comment section. So I would love if you have feedback to just write your experience down in that chat box so I can, keep it all in the same place and review it later just for my growth and learning. So you're welcome to sit or lie down. However, it's going to allow you to receive these energies the easiest. Please don't drive while we do this. So here we go. Oh, go ahead and take a long, deep breath into the lower belly. Relaxing the body, relaxing your mind, expanding your spirit. Breathing into the lower belly, expanding the belly as far as it will go, meeting the resistance. And then exhaling, releasing the tension from the body. Take another long, deep breath into the belly. Exhaling, bring your awareness down to your feet. Opening the feet chakras here. Bringing your awareness into your lower belly. Sending a gentle smile. Bring your awareness into the heart space. Expansive gold sun. We're calling in our highest source connected aspects of self as well as creation. Calling in our angelic galactic team in support of our highest source embodiment at this time. Asking for our body to be enveloped in a frequency of purification, allowing for our mind to gently relax into receptivity. So connecting to all beings, highest source connected aspects of self, we are commanding for our higher self to overlight the process of clearing all energies, implantation, entities, thought forms, objects relating to starseed tagging, astral implantation, and frequency barriers, frequency fences, commanding for our higher self to clear out all implantations and thought forms relating to these tags. We're clearing them from our multidimensional light body in all of time-space, in all parallel selves, in all of our genetics. Higher self, galactic angelic team, we are commanding for a complete clearing of all starseed DNA distortions, all DNA activation blockers, as well as all seals in our multidimensional body, which is hindering the free flow of cosmic energy through our vessels. Higher self, galactic, angelic team, source of creation, we are commanding for complete clearing of all energies that is not of our own soul's essence. Any energies not of love, not of grace, not of divinity. We are commanding for a complete clearing in all dimensional aspects of our body, in all of time, space, in all parallel selves, in all of our genetics. Breathing in the sound frequencies of divine love and liberation into our third eye. Pulling that frequency now down into our vessel, into all of our chakras. Commanding for a complete resolution of all distortions or anti-self viral programming. Higher self, angelic, galactic team, source of all creation, we are commanding for returning of all soul fragments, energy, pieces of our consciousness which we've lost or given away or have been taken. We're commanding for a complete returning of all these energies which belong to us. Wash them clear with the love light of Source. And I breathe those energies back into my body through the higher self and the high heart. We're commanding for all genetic material, physical or etheric, that has been given, lost, or taken away. We're commanding for a complete deactivation of that genetic material. Bringing the vibrations of the sound frequencies into your third eye. Pulling the frequencies down into your sacral chakra. We're commanding for a complete clearing of all vibrations of sexual misery, creational confusion, reversal currents, blocks to abundance and creativity and joy. Clearing all imprints from trauma from past lives or parallel lives, including the frequencies of black magic, curses, societal programming, simply trauma. Bringing the sound frequencies into your third eye and then bring that down through your central column into your root chakra. And here we're commanding for a complete dissolution and removal of all poverty programming, all frequencies of survival fear and terror, all programming around trust and the lack of trust for self and our planet and others and God. Pulling the sound frequencies into your third eye. And then bring them into your heart. Clearing all programming and seals which hinder the expression of our love, activating the original codes of union and unity. Swirling the frequencies out through the back of your heart, expanding our intent through all parts of the heart chakra. Now shoot that love and light right out of your heart, almost as if you are seeking and meeting all the beings who are here today and who will listen to this in a future now moment. Uniting in collective divine union. So powerful. And allow those lines of light as they're meeting each other and our star family, allow it to form a golden orb around the planet. And from this perspective of knowing that we are all one, that all of humanity is a part of our oneness, in that unconditional acceptance and love, send your loving frequency almost as a tickle to assist in their genetic and consciousness activation. Almost as if we're saying, we understand your pain. We understand you've been through a lot. But the power you create and your potential of your divine creativity has never been lost. We send our love to humanity as a friend. In unified intent. Angels, thank you so much for joining me live today. Our first ever Starseed Mission Support. I'm sure that as we go on, we're going to have a lot more, specific things that you would like for me to support you with. If there are specific healings that you want to see, please post them in the forever comment section because I don't always get to see the chat. So if you have any suggestions on future topics that you want to hear discussed or specific healings that you'd like to receive, please go ahead and just put them in the forever comment section down below in the YouTube box. And if you had, an experience that you'd like to share about the healing that we had today, I always really welcome feedback because it helps me grow and get better at doing this kind of thing. And so this is for you guys. I'm here for you guys. So you just let me know. You just let me know what you would like, help with, and we will we will do it. So I'm going to keep the field open here for just a moment. Whew. So, there's still a lot of energy moving through the field, so I'm just going to keep the field open for a bit longer. The forever comment section is below the YouTube video, whereas the chat, I think, is like on the side. So there should be another comment section just underneath the, maybe once I end the broadcast, it might show up. So, but it should be there. Whew. I am so grateful that you are all here, even though it can be difficult sometimes, even though sometimes it can be painful and scary. Know that you're not alone and we're all here together. And, you know, when we cross a certain threshold, we begin to really embody our God light. And from that place, you know, it's just love and joy and fun. And so don't give up. And if you're looking for the chat box, I think maybe it'll pop up when we're done with our live stream. I'm really not sure how it works. Whew, it's really hot. All this energy is going through. So, yeah. Thank you again for tuning in live today. I really love all of you so much and know that we got this. It's going to be so great. You know, once we truly embody our creator being through our DNA, through our entire body, we begin to create, you know, whatever that we need, abundance, resources, people, whatever it is that we need that we know we're here to do, whether that's healing centers or healing modalities, anything. It's all possible when we embody our creator consciousness. So, and somebody's suggesting that we have a dance party. Okay, next week I'll have a dance track ready for us to dance it out. Okay, so let's see here. So I'm actually going to share something. It's something that I've been working on. I'm working on building an app, and the app will have sound frequencies and light frequencies, and I'm probably also going to add in, you know, commands and things like that. And my intention is to really just write a manual of all the different distortions that exist in our multidimensional body and then put them all on this process in an app so you can kind of play this game on the app and go through your entire healing journey and come out a divine creator being. I know it's a funny way to do it, but so I want to test out. This is going to be kind of an experiment. So if you want to play this little game with me, I'm going to upload this video. Okay. Oh, it's playing. What the? Okay. So this is just a test. I'm going to play this code, and then I would love to get feedback on this in the end. I'm not going to tell you the intention because I want to see, obviously, if I told you, like, you're going to be suggested. So just what you do is look at the code, bring it into your third eye, and bring it into your multidimensional body and all of your chakras, and just allow the sound frequencies to come in. And then I would love to see what happens. And then I am doing an interview with James Gilliland tonight. Thanks for reminding me, Mrs. Lizard Breath. I think his YouTube channel is like ESETI Stargate, As You Wish Radio or something like that. So with that being said, let's go into our experiment. So I can't wait to see what happens. Let's try it. here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna leave it on. The reason for that is that this code is currently 22 minutes long, and that it actually works, more over time. It's like any other medicine, is like it goes through layers. So the last time I tested it, I noticed that, in certain increments of time, you go into a deeper layer. So I am just going to leave this on for people that want to journey with it. And otherwise, I will see you next week, and I'll have more of these codes to try out. It's going to be so fun. Thank you so much for tuning in live today, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm really excited to get your feedback on that. And for those of you who are still chilling, y'all my homies. um, so I will see you guys next week, and I'm gonna end the broadcast. And then, if you have feedback for me, please leave it in the forever comment section so I can cherish it forever. um, all right, beautiful family. I'll see you next week.